Here we go again. So the current problem is we've got it loading the playlist, which is what we were trying to get earlier. Okay, so in the previous stream, I was trying to get categories put onto my streams, which allow or into my plays. This would allow that when I go filter them, I can filter them by their play type, their left, right, middle, medium, short, long. So I created this system that kind of identifies which one's which, and I created some functions, implemented them. Um, Now I need to get those that implementation to take effect on my plays. Well, I could recreate all my plays, or I could actually set and use my loading functionality. I have loading functions. That obviously didn't quite work the first time because they were just created and never tested, and I knew they weren't. And so now I've got it working where they load the plays into memory and into the drop down list. But when I select the list, the attempt to render the play back out to the screen with the route assignments is tripping up. So that's where I'm at now, trying to get the route assignments to do their thing correctly. So I am currently, I can't see my message here, but I'm trying to see what's missing. Obviously, we hit a problem. My output, let's go F10. So we have these, but you can't, it's like weird. It has all this, but you can't read any of it, which is kind of annoying. So it seems kind of silly to have it print that, but I think the problem is at some point here for each route assignment, I think it's going to go successfully in here. Or not. Oh, so we're not finding any. So when we go to an attempt to route assignments, it does have them for each RA and skip invalid skip invalid assignments. Are we just skipping out? Because we just like totally exited console.log. Oh, maybe I clicked the first one. No, I didn't click the first one. These are the route assignments that are supposed to be used. Set routes. Oh, it hasn't actually shown an error yet. And this is play data, little I, little d. What do I need this for? This is dumb. Stupid fallbacks. It's like, why do you keep fallbacks? AI, you and your fallbacks, man. This is not a thing. Let's get rid of that. Set loading. False. We're not tripping up the error, but why is it not getting in here? It must not. Alright, so there must be something going on that's not hitting that spot, but set loading false, which is obviously not going to do anything. Something is tripping up here. Oh, dang it. Oh, I hate that. So, something, obviously, is not quite doing what I expected to do. Expected to go here, but are we going in here? we're not hitting my play. Alright, I don't know why it's skipping out on me here, but there we go. So one of these is probably not a thing. So we have player position or okay, so we got an FB. I don't even know, is that a real, do I have FB? Is FB a real player position? Running back, I think they're all just running back 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why I have a player position that's fullback, but fullback array actions. So neither one of those is non-existent. So both of those exist. Both player position exists and the array of object actions. Action type ID. Okay. Now, I don't remember which one's which, but it does seem strange that this one has no move coordinates. I think my route actions are supposed to have move coordinates in them. None of these seem to be including their move coordinates. Action type, yes, but where is the move coordinates? Because they should have that. Alright, so let's go look at my... So we have playbook. Is that what's being called here? Sending the following formations back. Oh, that's the formation fetch. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for plays. Get all plays. Get all plays doesn't have some log information. So we got the formation. We got the plays. Request for play images, no playbook found. So we're having, but my actions, what do my actions have? My actions, route actions, route assignments, have route actions have sequence, action, and XY coordinates. I don't think we're sending back the XY coordinates. Pretty sure that's going to be needed. So if I look back at my thing here, so we got route assignments, and you can see they have position, the actions have the step and the type ID, but no XY. Okay, so we are not getting our XYs being sent back. That's not going to work. When plays are fetched by the front end, the action coordinate X and Y are not being included in the response. So let's see here. We have this guy. Get play types, get formations, get routes, get playbook, create or update playbook, get all plays. Get all play request, get all play response, state, and plays, and plays. I had to go back up to, oops, I had to go back up to my proto and see what that is. Plays a fetch for front of the action coordinate XY values not being included in the response. Play editor.jsx. Alexa, turn off Firestorm. Response. Thus, the front end cannot load the routes in the play editor.jsx. It only includes the step and the action type ID. So that's right, action step and action type ID. Yep, step and action type ID. And if I go look over here again, what I'm expecting to see types. I don't know why it must be called somewhere else. It's mapping back as step, but it's kind of curious though. Why is it going back like that? Is that in my that must be part of the common API for playbooks. Playbook proto. Where is it getting mapped as step? Oh, step. Action type ID. Okay. So yeah, we're getting the step and action type ID, but not the action coordinate X and Y. So somewhere gateway I'm guessing gateway is not I gotta see what function it's calling. Playbook, gateway playbook, register play routes, get playbook handler, update, get play formation handler, route actions, get all plays handler. It's calling get all plays. So let's get all plays in the client. Which is the playbook. And that's probably in the store, service store, information store play. Get all plays. Route assignments. The route assignments are here. Didn't change anything. Playbook services store implementation specifically how plays are being fetched from MongoDB. Looking at the code storeplay.go and the get all plays method retrieves. It's already running. And you didn't change anything, so playbook service is already running. I need to fix the storeplay.go file to fix the issue with missing a found the issue with missing action coordinate problem. The issue exists in this play store.get all plays method storeplay.go and retrieve from MongoDB, preserving the optional coordinate fields in the route action object. occurs because when the store converts MongoDB documents back to protobuf objects, it's not explicitly setting action coordinate X and action coordinate Y for each route action. It seems weird. Why do I have to explicitly set? Shouldn't that stuff be picked up? I mean, that's the whole... You shouldn't... It just seems very weird that we have to do that. Just... It's very clunky to have to do that. Is it normal to explicitly set all values? Why is it that we cannot just set the values to the record? If Fifine directives feel like somewhere along the lines, because normally you don't typically have to do that. I mean, it had two values, right? So why isn't it getting the other two? I mean, there's something about how those are converting over. Specific case of the coordinates, the issue is that when MongoDB unmarshals the pointer field, the coordinates either don't get created at all, get created but without proper values, get lost in the translation of the document format. See, I think the problem might partially be I just find it strange that 2 out of 4 values, step, and action type would be set, but not the, maybe because they're not, maybe like it says, because they're not required. They aren't required, I suppose. Just weird. All right, so let's stop the playbook and see what it does. Go run dot. Get that started up again. We're still compiling, except we got to fix our tests. Let's go back here. That's not going to work because stuff. 23 whomping errors. Let's go back here, right here. Go there, here, there, and there. Now, what do we have? Player position, an array. Ah, still didn't catch it. Still didn't pull it in. Huh. Array. Nope. Array dot connections. All right, so it didn't do anything, whatever we did here. Yeah, it's not getting the data back. Okay. All right, so don't worry about that right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try the. Let's see, I restarted the playbook. Let's try one more restart. We'll restart the gateway to see if that's has any effect on it. Sometimes you got to restart the caller as well. So. Nope. Only 19 errors this time. Only 19. May not have been as many actions in that one. It varies by the number of actions, but I think ultimately we're still not getting it. Oops. I have to stop here. Oh wait, that has X and Y's. Wait a minute, that one has X and Y's. So where's it tripping up then? It's not a missing X and Y coordinate now. Something went wonky. Alright, so let's go look at what happened there. So we're in here. Route actions. Handle both formats, action arrays and route ID. Actions for each action. It's kind of weird. It's almost like you're going into a function and it doesn't want to let you go in. Oh, I have to do an F11 to get in there. All right. Oh, route action types, action.id. Undefined. Okay, so that didn't work. All right, so something. That one has an ID. For my route action types. Route action types do not have an ID. Okay. All right, so this is the problem. my route action types need to be loaded. 40 of the play editor. All right. So we got to go back here. All right, so line 40 of the play editor .jsx is attempting to get the name of the action ID when loading the play route action. However, it seems the route action types are not yet loaded at this point, thus causing an error. So what else we got here? What are these, like different errors? Player.jsx, let's examine line 40, okay. So while it examines, yeah, we're just missing stuff. When it says, this usually means there is no ID, like it's trying to put in blanks. No lineup action could be found, so we're not actually getting that. Route cannot be drawn because it doesn't know what that is. It's basically all the different positions are failing. So yeah. The action types loaded. Yeah, I already said that. The updated function now checks to see if route action types is undefined or empty before trying to use it. Adds helpful debug logging. Gracefully falls back. This fix ensures that even when plays are loaded before action types are available, which happens when loading a play from the dropdown, the UI won't throw errors. Instead, it will temporarily display the action ID as a placeholder until the proper action types are loaded. No! Why wouldn't you just... Alright, let's try something else. No, let's take a different tact. Just auto-load the route action types when the play editor .jsx component is loaded. This will ensure that any play that needs to be created and or loaded will be able to access the play action types. See, it does weird things. AI doesn't really think about it. It's like, oh, you're right. That could be a problem. Here, we'll just have fallback errors. I was like, I don't want fallback errors. Make it not error. How about no errors? I don't fallback errors or don't. That's what you do when you don't know what you're doing. If you need the code to work, you don't use fallback errors. Fallback errors are like, it's like a default. If you have a valid default, like maybe in the case of maybe when a drop-down box loads, you may not want to load it right away. So you'll show a default, and then somebody has to select something, and then it loads up with the proper data. And so you might have a default then, but why on earth would you put fallback errors in for absolutely everything? That just doesn't even make sense. Yes, that's better. I like the way it rewords it to go on. Oh, you know what? I thought of fixing this a better way. We'll preload everything when the play editor loads. It's kind of like the movies where some guy will go, "Hey, I've got this great idea," and then he'll say it, and the other guy goes, "Hey, I've got this great idea," and he says it's the same thing, and the other guy's like, That's what the AI is. AI is like, "Oh yeah, I got this fantastic plan. Why don't you know what? I think I'll do this better idea." I just roll my eyes. Yeah, great idea there, AI. Oh, look at this beauteous. Look at this beauteous. It loaded. It did what it was supposed to do. Sort of. Okay, well, one of them did. All right, that one works. Why do some of them work? That one worked. That one's good. Swing right. This one blows up. It's having a problem with shotgun right draw, but we'll see. Oh, has trouble with high left sweep too. And also high left dive. Okay, so why would some work? It's not having trouble changing the formation. Yeah, it's not having any trouble with the change formations. It's having trouble with certain values. I wonder if those are older plays that might be broken, because I did create them at a point where maybe they're using a different format and it doesn't know how to handle it. Now, some of these older plays of mine, I wonder if that's what those are. Let's see. Oops. Plays. So this one is single cross left screen. That's a pass. So I need a run. Spread rockets. High left dive. Is that one of them? High left dive. Okay, so high left dive could be different. Like I said, these are old plays. High left sweep. Is that another one? Yeah. Shotgun right draw. Yeah. See, it's having trouble with the old style plays. 43 zone blitz. It's not in here because it's a pass. 43 12. 43 zone 12 blitz 1. Oh, this one. See, it even duplicated one. I didn't even know it did that. I may have to dump these old plays because they're probably not formatted correctly. But these new ones work. Pistol swing right. Huh. Which one of these is a pass? Shotgun 4 deep. Alright, let's go to pass here. And try shotgun 4 deep. Yeah, it doesn't have any trouble loading that one. But if I pick something like spread rockets, it explodes. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to dump the old plays. It's alright, they're not that hard to recreate. They were kind of bugging me anyway. So I'm gonna delete these old ones. There's something about them. They were using old formatting. I was trying to keep them, but it's quite possible they just don't have the right setup anymore. I am curious about that first play though. It has a weird name because that's also kind of an old style. Which just says I motion left S22 dump. No, there's no trouble with that one. See if I can click on these without things breaking on me. Huh, yeah. Seems to be good. All set to pass block. He's got some movement. Yeah. All right, so I think my stuff is loading once I get out of the broken objects. Hopefully this will fix the errors. Get bad, cleaning out the bad data. If I can find my playbook, coach. Oh, you know what I didn't think about doing though? I could have tried just rebuilding them, seeing if it would have fixed them and rewrote them. I didn't try that. Oops, too late now. I deleted the documents. But I do need to try to see if I can update this play and see if it will put in the new values I need. But I gotta go to my playbook here somewhere. Players, playbook, seed data, public, and these guys. Let's open this up in a open reveal and file explorer. I don't like deleting them because they were kind of cool, but oh well. I will fix them. I will recreate them, but it is what it is what it is. They're bad data. All right. 1 through 8. I've got, see, some pass, some deep, some medium. Do I have any screens on here? Yeah, I've got a screen there. That's a screen too. So I got some long, some medium, some short, some screen. All right, and I got a run that's left. Got a kind of a middle and a right. So we kind of have all of the stuff covered. So that could be my default plays right there. Those would be the default plays that everybody gets. And then they'll just be in there. I probably will force some things to be, oh, I do have a drink left. Nice. Thirsty. Only problem is this kind of has Ghost in it. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed in an hour. I probably don't want to be drinking Ghost. Probably not in my best interest to be drinking Ghost. Nope. I'll drink water. At an hour before bedtime, even if it is only about a third of a can. Ghost is kind of potent. All right. So let's see what happens. This should save with the new logic that I was trying to create earlier today, which was to categorize all my plays, but they needed to have the right setting, and I was hoping that so let's go that it would implement when I saved them again. That's why I did this. I needed to do it anyway, so that just kind of gave me a reason. So we're gonna go let's see, store play, and we have get all plays. Don't need to get them all. We need to get play, create play. It's not really creating the play. Create a play structure to determine play type groups. Yeah, but I need that in the update as well. That exists in the update as well, right? Update play. Preserve creation time. Clean up image pass. Determine if this is an image only update. Only increment versions for substantial. calculate play type groups if it's an offensive play, which I'm only doing it for offense right now. So, yeah, determine play type groups. Convert from proto assignments. Never liked these. This is dumb. I don't like explicitly having to set stuff. I just feel like there's got to be a better way to do that. But whatever. All right, so let's see if this works. I should get calculate play type groups, and that goes into a field called play type groups. Determine play type groups. Gets set here. Existing doc, play type groups. All right, let's see what happens. Let's just update play. Files, unsaved changes. Wait, what did I change something in that? Yeah. I don't know, what did I do? All right, so it's supposedly, let's go see what that did. So that's iMotion left, S22 dump. I don't know what the ID is on that, so I have to kind of guess, but iMotion left, S22 dump. Is that one? Yep. All right, so we should have something in here that says play groups. If it added them correctly, I should see an array of play groups. Oh, play type groups is there, but it's null. That's not correct. Why? All right, let's load up another one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go out of here. Come in clean. There's no more broken ones. Ooh, I only have 3. Oh, 3 there and passes. That's what it is. Well, let's try a different one. Okay, so shotgun 4 deep. It's not that one. It's not that one. I'm not still live. I've gone. I know you left before I did, but I actually logged off. I ate dinner, went and played pickleball for a while, sat down, watched some TV. I've been busy doing nothing. Ate some dinner, made myself a Trader Joe's or what is it called? Boston Market chicken. What is it? Chicken Parmesan. It was okay for basically a frozen dinner. But then I'm back here working again. You know, that's the way you get things done. You just keep hacking away at it until it works. All right, so play type groups is definitely getting put in, but it is not getting set. So we aren't 100%. Yeah, it's been actually 44 minutes. So it's been 44 minutes and 25 seconds since I got back online. All right, so a couple things aren't happening. My images aren't uploading. It's okay, I'm not really changing anything for them, so that should be fine. But I did notice that my last play images weren't being saved. So we got to fix that. Request failed with status code 400. API put, I don't know which one that is. For response status, response data, return user. I don't know which one's what's blowing up here, but we have to track that down. I think I want to do some kind of a clue here. For these API handler errors, they show up, but it doesn't tell me where, although I can kind of guess. It's play data calling it play editor, but still. Okay. So the problem here is that my play groups calculation not working. But it is calling it. It is attempting to set it. I've got my thing trying to do something with it, so that's a start. But this update play. And we got play type groups, determine play type groups. Let's go see what that's doing because it's obviously not working. All right. Uh-oh, am I gonna get a third one? I rarely get three. It's always two. Nope. I've had that happen a lot. Two good ones. Dang gummit. Sneezes. I hate sneezes. It tease me. I thought usually peppermint will make me sneeze. I almost always sneeze when I put peppermint in my mouth. That's why I did it. Because I was like, you're not getting away from me that easy. But it's just going to sit there. And my shyness should tease me. Ah. Blah. Now I can't drink water because I got peppermint in my mouth. All right, so what happened here? Convert. No, where is that function? Oh, it must be up here. Determine pass play groups. Oh, pass play groups? Oh, because I probably separated them. Run play groups. Determine play type groups. Okay. So this is a pass. So what failed? Track if any routes match the criteria for each pass type. Has screen. Range if player position equals QB. You know, that's I don't want to limit. I don't want to limit it to QB because the QB could still get a pass. There are times if I do like a pitch pass thing, he might go out and get a catch. So it's possible. I want to eliminate that possibility. So get the final Y position from the last action. All right, so we should find, I think I want to put some, all right, let's see what this does. Okay, so we're going to have format.print final Y. We want final Y. And then we're going to go okay, so final Y being a 5 is, this is not yards. They're roughly 2.5 yards. So a 5 is actually going to be like over 10 yards out. So that's not really true. If I want to do even 7, it's probably not more than 3. We'll say 3. And then for 15, final Y needs to be less than, Like I said, they're about 2.5 yards, so that would be 2, 4, 6. So probably less than 6. And then a long pass is greater than 6, greater than or equal to 7. And final y is greater than or equal to 4. And greater than or equal to 0. And let's say greater than or equal to 1, because honestly, it should be less than or equal to 0. To me, it's basically a screen pass if you don't get any yards. If it catches it at 0 yards. All right, so I'll do that. I don't know if it's going to fix the problem, but it will. It should have had some kind of thing, but I'm just going to put in some stuff here. Format, print, screen pass detected. Nice. Format, short pass detected. It is pretty good at deriving some of this stuff. So if I have a screen pass, how come add groups based on the routes found? And then we're going to do a print format print groups. Let's see what that comes up with. And then we'll save that and we'll go to play type groups. Oh, I got to go to playbook, Control C, and go run dot. Try and start her back up. And we'll go back here. And we'll see what that prints out when I actually attempt to load some of these guys. Oh, I have to save. Never mind. All right, number of route assignments. Play type not found for ID pass. Play type groups for that is nothing. So we got nothing. We got the big fat hairy nothing. Okay, so upgraded my version. Getting formation from ID format 1. Pass. Play type not found for ID pass. What do you mean? Play type not found for pass. That's the type. What are you talking about? Not found. So, something's weird there. It's like, you found it. You just said it. Update play. So we're in the update play. No, created. Where is this function? Play type. Play type groups for blah, blah, blah. Wait, is that the one I just tried to print? No, that's pass play groups. All right, so where is this happening at? Wait, is that get all plays? Where's... Get all plays and get plays. That ain't gonna help me any. So update play. I don't have anything that says it's updating the play. I do know it's trying to run because but we're not printing anything. Oh, here we go. Log. Fail to determine play type groups. Print. Oh, here we go. Play type groups 4. Play ID. And then play type groups. Okay, so we're not getting any play type groups. So I got to go to determine play type groups and find out why the frick not. So we're going to go over here. What is your problem, man? Just give me back what I want. You're being a jerk again. Not doing what you're told. All right. Well, one thing is kind of weird, though. It does say play type not found for ID pass. Play type not found for ID pass. Well, that's out of order. That can't be the same one. Because we're saying, where else is that? Oops. Happens in two places. One in store. Oh, these are both in store. Play type not found for ID. Oh, let's play type groups. Oh, I put the wrong thing in there. No. It's this value I want. Oh, that is a spot. How can play type be nil? Get play type. Get the play type to determine if it's running a passing, play type ID, but so you're saying I'm not getting a play type ID? Oh, it is getting a play type ID for pass. I mean, it says pass. That should pretty much be all you need. Why do we need to go, if play type ID is pass, why do we need to go get play type ID? Is it like thinking that, I don't know what it's thinking. It's like the type is play type. It already says what it is. I think it's because it thinks it's going to be a some other kind of thing. I don't know. What is this function supposed to be then? What is it doing? What's it think it's doing? Ugh. No, 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 no. Get play type. Function test. No. Function get play types. Get play type. Sheesh. Play types. Get types. 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 But this is get play type. Types. 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 Oh, here it is. No, wait. Oh, here it is. Good grief. Why do I have type? Oh, why do I have both to begin with? I have so much cleaning up to do. I'm always having to do cleanup because AI doesn't know how to reuse code. So annoying. All right, so this is get play type. Result. Find one. ID. What's it expect to find? Because the play type ID, is it actually, oh, I think if the play type is being stored as pass, I think the problem is we have a miscommunication in my types. So we got a play type ID. True. But I think the problem is I'm storing whether it's pass or run in the ID and not in the base play type. It's really base play type that that's supposed to be using. So if I go to play types, click on this. Yeah. I think I'm storing run or pass in the ID and not the ID in the ID. And that's where it's tripping up. That's what it is. So instead of storing the ID of the play type, because the ID is kind of just a way to designate the different combos. Like a PT001 is a run type that's run middle. Technically the play type group is middle, but it's run middle because there could be, I mean, I guess you could have pass middle because, you know, pass middle would be something in the center of the field. But that would be interesting to actually have that kind of level of breakdown. I could do that. But that said, I could have a play type group that's run middle. But either way, it's the combination of base play type and play type group. And I think the problem is when my play comes back, it's not sending the ID of the play type in. It's sending the actual value of the play type in. I think that's where things are tripping up. Let's fix this code base. There is a bug in the front end. And saving a play. Well, actually two. First, the play is using the text value of the base play type as the play type ID. It says play. What we should be getting, let's close this here. I go over to my, how was the movie, man? Tell me it was good, because I want to go see it. If you can't tell me it's good, lie to me. So, it's man, it's like 12 o'clock, 12:30 for you. You're probably sleeping. You're at your chair right now going, what? You say, You're falling asleep at your desk. I know it's true. Yeah, you know it's true. Updated version, seconds, nanos. So we got, yeah, see, it's putting the wrong value in there. This should be base play type, not play type ID. There's a bug in the front end when saving a play. Well, actually two. First, the play is using text value of the base play type as the play type ID when it saves the play. I did hear that. They were saying it was one of the better Marvel movies since Endgame. But now, you can't blame Marvel so much for the Sony movies. Sony's made some bad movies that are Marvel, but they're Sony movies, so there's that. But yeah, some of the Marvel movies haven't been all that great either. Yeah, because I guess they did do quite a few kind of mediocre ones. I watched the Marvels. I wasn't impressed, but it wasn't like the worst thing. I just, you know, I'm not a fan of the kiddie movies that are supposed to be Marvel movies. Like, what is it? Miss Marvel or whatever she goes by. Uh, yeah, I don't like her. It just, she doesn't fit. I don't know. It's kind of like they're trying to do one of those kid shows and blend it with the adult shows. It's just weird. I'm trying to okay, so to be honest, I haven't watched the last Venom movie because I wanted to watch the last one. I liked the first one kind of. I want to watch the second one. I can't find it anywhere. Apparently I don't have the cable channel that's showing it. Yeah. I mean, I can't say I'm a fan of Captain Marvel anyway. Her whole existence is based on the idea that they wanted to take Captain Marvel away from DC. So they go, oh, we're going to use our own Marvel. You can't use that. So DC started calling him Shazam. And by far, DC's Captain Marvel is way better than Marvel's Captain Marvel. But, oh well. Shazam is like, if I wasn't a Superman fan, I'd be a Shazam fan. I like Shazam. And it's not just because of his kid. I just like, I don't know, something about that character when he's Shazam. And it's weird because he's a kid. And again, I'm not a big fan of the kids, but I think he's just kind of a light-hearted, but yet ultra powerful superhero. I don't know, something about him. I like Shazam, but not as much as Superman because Superman is the best. I know everybody out there likes Batman, but they're boring. Everybody likes boring. I think people relate to Batman because he's not really a superhero. He's just a guy with lots of money and lots of training. It's like, I could be him. I could just go out. If I had money like him, I could be Batman. It's like, no, you couldn't, because nobody can train to the level that Batman did. It's physically impossible. That's just because he got he became super powered by training a lot, which is just dumb. But anyway, everybody's got their thing though, right? All the heroes are kind of like, there's something that's ridiculous about them. Marvel's got some good heroes. I mean, they're okay, but I still prefer the DC world. I hope they don't make DC like Marvel though. DC was always a little bit more gritty, and I like that. I know people don't like it. That's why nobody went to go see them. These aren't good. They're too gritty or too dark or too blah blah blah. Wah, 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 wah. I liked the way they did DC, but it's all right. Well, I'm hoping this next Superman will be good. I'm gonna go see it regardless. Doesn't matter, but yeah, I'm trying to think of a good Marvel movie that's been out recently. But honestly, I did not mind Doctor Strange. The Doctor Strange movie was pretty good. With Spider-Man was pretty good. I didn't mind those movies. I thought they were pretty good. What else? Eh. I don't know. There's been so many freaking Marvel movies. I lose track. All right, so let's fix this. There's a bug in the front end when saving a play. Well, actually two. First, the play is using the text value of the base play type as the play type ID when it saves the play. I think we need to change that field from play type ID to base play type, since every play can have multiple play type groups, which makes using play type ID kind of invalid. That would save us the need to be trying to look up play types with get play type function in the play type group go play type, dang it, play type groups.go, and we could just use the base play type. We do not need to change, or we do not need to update the existing plays, as there are only 8 and I will update them manually. But we do need to update the save play and update play functions to save it to the correct field name base play type instead of play type ID. And play underscore type underscore groups can just use that value directly to determine which play type function to call. Play type group function to call. All right, so I'm going to go in here and I'm changing these while it tries to fix my broken data. I'm going to go up here. We're going to call this base play type. And we'll just go like that. What are you changing here? I guess that's true. I didn't really think about that. The play itself just needs to have a base play type because it doesn't make any sense that play type IDs if we can have multiple play type groups. Okay, so that's fine. Okay. Simplify. Hey, it's nice to reduce code for once instead of increase it. Now, we'll see if it actually fixes the oh, it's doing the storeplay.co. So I am getting to reload my plays though. That's pretty cool. So now I can actually update them, save them, load them, do the whole bit. My play editor is almost full featured. Finally, I'm trying to add this play type details so that I can assign them so that plays can be determined programmatically as to where they fall as far as the play types go, especially when you start getting into the play type group settings. It's going to be interesting though, because when I look up plays for filtering, if I have an idea for play type, I'm going to have to figure out how to you know, I may even have to edit this some more. Because if somebody selects a it's stored in the game plan as a play type ID. So that play type ID has to be able to be determined. So essentially we're going to have to find out if the base play type of the play ID, yeah, we're going to have to pull the play type that's provided in the play group by the play that matches those two values. Yeah, I guess that's not a big deal. That should probably be all right. I gotta update that piece of code. Oh man, I have so much checking in to do though. I gotta get this done so I can check it in. Look at that. I'm up to 700 files of edited files. I can't believe I've edited 700 files. I don't feel right. What the heck, man? What does it say? What does it think I've changed? Piles of Go files. Piles and piles of Go files. Got some seed data. Oh yeah, my image files all created. I got all of the files that existed have been changed because I had to do some refactoring. I don't know why these changed. Field lines? Why did? Oh, because I have files. These are the files from the Unity stuff. Then I got all my image loader stuff. This still don't feel like. Oh wait, what is all that? Temp text. Oh wait, there's stuff here I don't think I need. Some of this stuff feels like it might not be. Vertex shake. What is that? Oh. See, a lot of the objects in Unity are files, so that when you add an object, like even if a what is frame rate counter? I mean, are these things all required? Because I didn't put that in anything. Oh, that's code. Team program. That's an example. I wonder if I could. There's probably wait a minute. There's probably some files here I could exclude. I got to see if there's some git ignore that can help me clean that up. A lot of that's the Unity junk, but I don't think all that stuff I need. Text info debug tool. So it's like the more things I install, I'm gonna see if there's some more git ignore stuff I can do. I'm gonna see if AI can help me add to my git ignore. I bet you it's only like, it's not that many files. I think a lot of these are just coming in from Unity. I wonder if it can see. If I can get a better git ignore going before I check this in, I might only have a couple hundred files. I think it's safe to say I've got a couple hundred, but 700? Nah. What is man, I'm trying to think of other Marvel movies that have come out recently. Can't think of any. Well, Craven and Mobius. I still think it's dumb when they try to make movies out of villains. I mean, I know Craven and Mobius both kind of, they're anti-heroes or whatever you call it. They're not anti-heroes. They're just villains. They think they're heroes. They think they're doing it for the greater good, blah, 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 blah. But they're just villains. And you can't like, in Joker, come on, Joker? And then you don't even mention the hero that's going to be a problem for him, right? I mean, having a movie about Joker and then not even mentioning the existence of Batman, or like he's going to come around and get you, or there's some kind of like you've gotten on his radar ending, some hint that he knows that Batman exists. It's just stupid. You can't like, it's not the Joker without Batman. Batman can be without the Joker. Batman's got plenty of enemies. But Joker cannot exist without Batman. All he is a crazy dude in a movie. Paints his face. He's not Joker unless there's a Batman. Otherwise, it's just crazy dude with a painted face. He might as well be Jason or something because he's nobody. I don't know. I know Gotham does the same thing, right? The TV show Gotham. And Gotham's pretty good. Penguin and all those guys. And then yet, they never actually have Batman. But the thing is, the original, the Gotham, before they did Penguin, was actually really good. And they did have Bruce Wayne in the movie. He was just a kid, right? But, and so at least he existed. He was out there. So you knew, it felt like you were in that same world. But Joker doesn't have that. I haven't seen the movie. I thought it was a stupid idea, so I didn't even bother to watch it. The first one I heard was okay, but you don't mention Batman or Bruce Wayne or something, and it's not the Joker. It's just dumb. Mm-hmm. 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 Are we done yet? play editor component shouldn't have to do anything. All right, so we should be better with that. Okay, so I'm gonna clear this for now. Next thing. Hopefully it didn't break anything. Nothing's broken here. Test. Okay. Oh, nope. There's some breaks. You broke something. Dang nabbit. Includes basically type and return play. I think that's the problem. I'm gonna have to go get. I gotta update the play proto. Unless I don't think it did it. Did it? Nope. I didn't think so. All right. Let's go to common API playbook proto. I go to the play object somewhere. And it's supposed to be little b. Then we have to go here. Which one's common? No common? Oh, there's common. Why are you having a problem with that? Oh, God. All right. Wait. I'm going to stop the playbook. Oops. Oops, something broke. Play type struct. Oh, did it add base play type? I don't really need a play type in here. Why does a play need a play type? It has a base play type and play type groups. It doesn't really need a play type. I don't know what it's using. Let's keep it for now. I'll let it exist, but I don't think it needs it for now. Does it fix everything? I needed the base play type, but alright, so it looks like it fixed my playbook. Okay, So let's go back up to my PFFM. Clear this. All right. I think there are files set to be checked in my FPFM Android /FPFM folder that can be put in the .git ignore file. I'm pretty sure some of these are not required to be checked in. I said, I don't suppose you know what files would be candidates for exclusion. This would be nice if it can come up with a good exclusion, because I personally have only have programmatic files in there that are maybe 20. And now I know some assets and some other objects that I created have to go in because they need to exist, or the ones that I'm using might need to be in there because, you know, I need to check them all in so that I know I'm using them. But ultimately, I think like definitions of files and stuff like that, things that I didn't actually create that are just downloaded, they shouldn't be in there. You know, already excludes the standard Unity folders that shouldn't be checked. Control. It also excludes memory capture files, recordings, check frames, visual studio. Looking at your project structure, it appears this git ignore file is already well configured for a Unity project. This files in your blah 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 that are currently showing are ready to be checked in might be. New files not covered by existing patterns. Files that have been modified and are legitimately part of your version control. And you think should be a specific files those are. Is there a particular type of file or folder you're concerned about? Well, for one, I'm pretty sure I don't have 700 edited files, but I guess it's possible whenever you insert, because you insert mostly they seem like a bunch of, they're just a bunch of assets, but well, mostly it just seems like there are a bunch of assets going in that I did not realize I actually edited. My scenes only have about 10 items. Seeing hundreds of files here. The new Avengers, the new lower powered Avengers, because Thunderbolts, they're like, I mean, that's kind of the joke, right? They're really not superheroes. I mean, Bucky got a strong arm, but he's well, I guess he's got super soldier serum, so I guess he kind of strong. What's her name? Ilona, or whatever her name is. Scarlet's sister, Black Widow's sister, White Widow, whatever they call her. She's not super. She's just a good fighter, like her sister. Um, and then the Captain America dude who was taken over for who lost his job because he was a little gung ho and ended up being kicked out. He's he's just a normal dude. Did he even have super soldier serum? Yeah. So, and I'm not sure the red Russian dude is he got super strength? I don't even know what his deal is. I've heard of him, but what do they call him? Red something or other. Oh no, that's I don't expect it to be. And that's kind of the thing. It's supposed to be a little bit funnier because these guys kind of know they're lower powered. But okay, so I know in the previews, I know they'll probably explain it when I go see it, but they keep saying we can't call ourselves Thunderbolts. Is that because there's someone else who has the name? Because why not? It's actually a pretty cool name. Why are they so against that? He keeps calling them the Thunderbolts. We can't call ourselves that. Is it because they don't like the name, or is it because someone has the name, or I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly because I was like, that's actually kind of a cool name. I mean, why not? I've definitely heard worse. The Young Avengers. I mean, come on, talk about lack of creativity. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't need to tell me. I'll learn. I just know it was like a joke, and I was just like, why is that so bad? I think it's cool. There's definitely worse names out there. Reminds me of I gotta finish reading my Superman War Worlds. I'm only a third of the way through. This is a big book. I'm gonna be getting my new Superman #6 for Absolute Superman pretty soon. My first ever comic book subscription in all of my life. I thought about it in the past, but just never really. I've always preferred to get the graphic novels. Like when there's a good storyline and people say, "Oh, it's a really good storyline. You got to see it." So I'm like, "Okay, let me know when the graphic novel comes out, and I'll get it." No, you don't have to tell me then. If it's gonna ruin the whole thing, I mean, then there's no need to do that. I do notice that they kind of keep the big bad secret in this movie. They don't, or in the previews. The previews don't give away who they're fighting. I mean, they even show Bucky in the previews punch something and it catches his arm, and I'm like, okay, so they're going up against a pretty badass dude. I don't know who it is. You don't have to tell me, but I'm just like, there's something going on there. I'll probably see it next week, so no big deal. I can live. You know what's a really good? Well, it's not really Superman, but it was Kingdom Come. It's a DC. It's the Avengers. Cool. I would like it if they would do a Kingdom Come movie. That was a really good, and it's a good storyline too. I mean, it was just well done, and that they should make a DC movie based on Kingdom Come. So I think it was Alex Ross. I want to say Alex Ross was the one who did most of the animation for, or the art for it. Jeez, well, there's. I was gonna say it's taking it really long to do this, but there are some 600 files in here. It's gotta look through all of them. It's looking through and determining if there's any in there that I can like not put in. Eh. I mean, Is it? People say it's not good. Marvel is going in dumpster fire. uh, I don't know. I mean, I think it's really hard. No, what I'm telling it to do is, well, it's checking my files because I don't really want to check in 700 files if I don't need to. I have not edited 700 files. See this? It says 695 files are pending check-in, and I'm like, I haven't changed 695 files, I don't think. But it's possible that they're like all these things are just being used because the way Unity is, you have components within components within components, and they're all set up in certain ways, and maybe it is 600 files. I think it's strange, but maybe it is. I mean, like, look at my lizard man here. He's got two files all by himself, and not to mention all of his materials and models and prefabs and parts that go in with it. And then these text meshes, which have to be on there. And we got more lizard stuff down here. And the animes, the walk, the run, all that stuff. So yeah, I guess it might be valid, but I wanted to let, just in case there's like a bulk chunk of files I don't need. It might go on there and say you don't need it, or that these are all valid, and then I'll just like, okay, check it in. It just means I'm going to be checking in a lot of crap. Because if Unity is really dropping hundreds of files on me like this, it's going to be a big, I'm going to have a humongous, gargantuan repository full of files. But no, I was saying it's really hard to make. I mean, people say, oh, you just need to do this or this to make a good movie. I don't think so. I think it's hard. It's so hit or miss. I mean, so you follow the formula, okay? You have a huge success, and then they try to follow the formula. They try to, okay, we're going to have this kind of thing in there and that kind of thing in there. It's worked, does good. But the problem is, that doesn't work necessarily. It's not a guarantee. Nothing is. A lot of it's actors, a lot of it's characters. You may not just like those kind of characters. Whether the actors do it well or not is irrelevant. You just don't like them. There's powers. Sometimes they're like, that's stupid powers. What's the point of that guy or character? It doesn't matter how good a story it is. It's just like, he's just stupid. And then, and then you got the villain could be kind of like, eh. I mean, he might be powerful, but it's like, you don't feel the threat. Or sometimes they tilt a tad bit too much to the humor, or in DC's case, they apparently tipped a tad bit too much to the dark grittiness. And it's such a fine balancing act of trying to get what people are gonna like. And honestly, when you're making the movie, it probably feels pretty good. You're doing all of the right stuff. And then you put it in front of people and they're like, eh. And sometimes you're like, eh. And yet you put it in front of people and they're all like, ooh. So I think making movies is to some extent, you can appeal to people to just so much, but you're still going to have haters, and whether or not it ever becomes a big hit is just kind of like a little bit of a gamble. You're rolling dice every time, and you just hope that you can make it big enough, bad enough, cool enough. But that's what DC did with Justice League. They put all kinds of cool stuff in there, but it just didn't hit. People were like, eh. There's always some part of the story. And part of the problem is that, with a lot of these movies, is the directors, the producers, whoever, you got to be careful about breaking storylines or characters from the comics. Because when people go see these, you're talking about people who are fans. Your biggest fans are the people who are reading the comics. And they're like, I love this character. and then you go and change them, you might as well just like bury yourself now. You just throw the movie in the garbage because it's gonna bomb. Look what happened to Snow White, the new one with Disney. From the get go, people said this is dumb. We don't like that you're destroying the movie from what we know, and they're not going to go see it. And Disney put it out anyway. And guess what? Nobody went to go see it. Some people said it was okay. I mean, it wasn't as bad as you expect, but the woke agenda is like, it's a death knell for a lot of shows, especially when they try to force it on you. It's one thing to have like a woke movie that's its thing. It is just a movie that's woke. That's fine. But when you start changing people's favorite characters and favorite storylines in favor of going with this whole new remake into a whole new woke state thing, you're going to make people mad, and they're not going to go see your movie. They're not going to want to see it. They're going to have no interest, and it's just going to die on the vine. And it's like, I don't understand the logic when people do stuff like that. You break a character, you make a gay character straight, you make a straight character gay, you do those kind of things. It doesn't matter. I mean, it goes both ways, right? You're going to make people mad because that is not the character they know. You're changing them for the sake of wokeism. And I'll tell you what, nowadays they will never make a gay character straight. Any character that's been known for history to be gay will always be gay. They'll never make them straight. They'll never try to put a straight person in there. It'll always be that character is what it is. But they will continue to keep eliminating any straight white character and turning them into something else. Because that's woke, right? Woke is take anybody who's straight and white, and especially if they're male, and turn them into something else. Make them gay, make them female, make them another race. Doesn't matter. It's okay. The world's like, hey, it's all right. You're changing a white guy to whatever. We're good with that. Good job. Good job. That the woke people are okay with that. Now, the true fans of the character are going to be PO'd, and you're going to find your movie bombs because those are the people that there's more of those out there than the woke masses. The woke people are loud. They're going to say, yes, you did this. Woohoo. You made Snow White woke. Yeah, woohoo. But then all those people who are like, you just broke my character. I'm not going to your movie. There's more of those people that aren't complaining, that aren't going on TikTok and Facebook and X and they're not complaining. They're just not going to show up. And then your movie's going to bomb. You might get all your woke people, which is going to be like 3% of what you want. But you're not going to get, your movie's going to bomb. And Disney is just, they're not learning. They just keep doing it. And they're like, we're going to keep doing it. They're going to satisfy the woke minority, and they're just going to keep crashing and burning. And that's why Disney's going downhill, because they're not seeing the big picture. PO and ready to throw my window. Are you using voice to text? I don't know what is that? Po and ready to throw my window. I cannot make heads or tails of that one, man. I'm sorry. Spot on bingo was his name, Mo. People ask me, they go, what do you think, of this, that, or the other thing? And, they go, are you Christian? I'm like, yeah, I'm Christian. And here's the thing, to each his own. Everybody's going to do their thing, right? If they're Christian or not, they're going to do their thing. It's not my place to tell people what to believe and what to do and how to react. I can tell you what I like and don't like and whatever, but that's irrelevant. I mean, I don't care. I mean, let people do what they're going to do. In the end, as a Christian, this is what I believe. God's going to deal with it. He'll deal with it. If he's got a problem with it, and depending on what it is, the Bible can be pretty clear. He'll deal with it. It's not my place. It's like he even says in the Bible, vengeance is his. Let God worry about coming after dealing with those problems. I don't, I can be friends with anybody. I don't hold anything against them. I'm not gonna judge anybody for what they say, what they do, what they believe. Let them do that. If they want my opinion or they want my questions, they can ask. But I'm not gonna knock anybody for it. I used to do a workout stream. Striving to be Superman was my channel. Is this done? I think it got lost. I think it got stuck. It's just stuck now. I don't know what it's doing. It's taking a long time. And to be fair, I was growing. I was growing pretty decent with viewers because I used to do, my niche was to do other people's workouts. Like I would do Athlete on X or Cali Move or P90X or I did the all of the insanity workouts and a bunch of other beach body stuff. And I was finding that I had a lot of viewers that were guys, and they weren't there to learn how to exercise. And I was like, okay, this is not exactly what I had had in mind, but as long as they weren't rude and obnoxious, I didn't, whatever. I guess they could be whatever. But I also just noted that I was trying to help people with my workouts, kind of give them some guidance, what these things are, what I liked about them. And more than half my viewers, male or female, whatever they weren't there for any reason other than just to watch. It felt a little weird, a little voyeuristic. And yeah, there were people who came on and say, hey, I like the workouts you're doing, and it's really helping out. There were those two, but I don't know. I kind of felt uncomfortable with it after a while, and I kind of started dropping off. Started doing it less and less. One of all of those workouts that you do, when you do other people's workouts, you have to pay for them. Athlete on X, you got to buy the workout. P90X or Beachbody workouts, you have to buy Beachbody. And you have to buy Peloton. And I was doing them for a while, but they raised the rates and I got unemployed, so I had to discontinue all that stuff. But and I still would probably do some of those on my own. And if I ever felt like I had a workout thing, I might do a video or two here and there, but I don't really do that channel much anymore. I've had a few people find me on my other channels and go, hey man, when are you going to do your channel again? I really miss watching you. I'm like, really? It's like I just lost my niche, man. Can't afford to do those anymore. I'm doing poor man workouts. I do go to the gym still. I still have my gym work. That's only because I'm like grandfathered into a super low rate, and I renew it usually a month or two late, and I do a year at a time, so I just, it's not a big deal. But then all of my other workouts are at home. So, yeah, I don't do anything too amazingly cool or anything right now. So I don't have any niche. There's plenty of people out there who work out, and they have some nice home gyms. They got LED lights on their squat racks and their fancy benches, and they got a nice garage set up. I've got some things, but I don't even have a bar for my bench, or a bench for my bar. And so I have to do, all I can do are some deadlifts, and I'm doing them in the middle of my room back here. It's kind of cramped, and I don't like to, I don't know, a lot of small stuff. And it's just, there's better streamers out there with that stuff, and If I don't have a niche, then let them do it. So that's why I don't do that channel anymore. Okay, are you gonna figure this out or am I done? All right, fine. I'm checking it all in. Everything's compiling. I think I'm good. I don't. I mean, I understand going through 700 files takes a while, but does it really take that long? I think it's just stuck, and I don't care anymore. I've come to the I don't care moment of the night. I got everything running pretty good. I do have to check squat 350. That's nice. My best squat is about 260, and I don't like squatting. Yeah, hurry up, AI. Nintendo says go faster. I've never liked squatting. I can bench as much as I can squat. And the fact is, I think I can squat more. I just get really nervous with that much weight on my back. I mean, usually I do a couple, but the most I've ever been able to bench is 295. The last time I went in the gym the last time I benched at the gym, I only went in for just to kind of do some weight again, and I did 225. You could do 350 on the bench, dude. That you're seriously buff. My best was 220. I could do 225. I did 15 times. I was able to do 225 15. I've done 275 5 times. 295 I think is the max I've ever done. But 350, impressive. That's very nice. I don't know anybody who can bench over 300. At least not personally. I don't know. Well, so are you a big guy? Are you talking so you're like a lineman type guy? Big and strong, but not necessarily buff. I mean, I guess depends on what you call buff. If you're talking about cut with abs and all that stuff, I guess that could be buff. I'm kind of the same. I'm pretty strong, but I'm not. I have a 4-pack, and occasionally, every now and then, I have maybe a couple of cans that are half full underneath that. 4.5 pack. Oh, so yeah, you're a big strong guy. You weigh 200, yeah. See, I only weigh in high school I was a tiny guy. I played football and I only weighed 155 in high school. I weigh about 180 now. And I am currently about 14% body fat. And my muscle mass is around 40, 41, 42%, something like that. I fluctuate between 39 and 41% muscle. I keep saying I can get down to a full 6-pack, but it takes an amount of discipline with my eating that I just don't have. I like eating. And the only reason I don't gain weight more is because I run a lot. I mean, every Thanksgiving I'll do a half marathon. I do between 8 and 13, 14 miles, probably 2 or 3 times every few months. I run 5 miles to 6 miles once or twice a week. And then I do swimming and biking, and I work out a lot of body weight stuff. So I'm constantly busy. I try to do a lot of stuff that helps keep my mobility up so that I can do full squats. And I'm trying to learn how to do handstand. I cannot do a handstand. It's not about strength. It's about fear of being upside down. And I can get myself against a wall that's straight up and down almost. I mean, literally, I look like I'm on my hands completely, but my toe is touching the wall. And I can push away from the wall, but only for a second or two before I either have to lean back against the wall or I have to put my feet down on the ground. Wouldn't like you when you're angry. You don't make me angry, man. You won't like me when I'm angry. Sure, okay. Yeah, it's about balance. It is. It's not only about balance, it's about balance and mental. Because I can stand on one foot for a month. I have balance. What I don't have is once I'm upside down, I'm like, do I trust myself? I don't know if I trust myself to lean far enough back to let my hands take control. And I've been doing a calisthenics work. Okay, this thing is really taking too long. I've been doing a calisthenics workout that's basically trained my arms and my hands so that they are flexible enough to do the handstand. And I can hold myself in a handstand position for well over a minute, so it's not a strength thing. But I'm also learning from Kelly Move the correct way to do a handstand. Now you see a lot of people try to do those handstands where they look like a half moon. There's a lot of people online when they do a handstand, they're walking on their hands, but they're in a half moon position. Their body goes like way out and way back again. They look like, yeah, like a half moon, like a crescent moon. That's not the proper way to do a handstand. The proper way to do a handstand is straight up and down. You should not look like a half moon when you're doing that. It's really bad for your back too, to be in that half moon position. But the proper way is you have good core strength and you're straight up and down. And you see some guys online who can do that. There's this Romanian dude. I think he's Romanian or he's some kind of Eastern Bloc dude. That dude is crazy. I don't know if he's got a lot of videos online, but I don't know if he's still doing it because you never know. These things could be years old for all I know. But this guy is crazy strong. He does handstand, one-handed handstands. He does crazy things on the bars and whatever. And I'm like, that guy is my idol. I want to be able to do that. I won't be able to do that. I'll be happy if I can do. I can almost do an inverted. I can actually, what I couldn't do when I started Cali Move, a couple of things. One, I couldn't even do close to a handstand. I wasn't even able to get up in that position. When I leaned against a wall, I looked like a falling over tree. Now I'm basically straight up and down with just a little tiny itsy bitsy lean where my toes against the wall. Also, I can do pull-ups like crazy now. I can do 20 some full pull-ups, which I couldn't. I could do 20 some pull-ups when I started, but they were crap pull-ups. You know, the kind where you only go to like here. You go like this. And I've now got it where I'm doing full length. I basically hang all the way down and I can do full pull-ups up to 20. When I first started, I couldn't even do 8 of those. 7 or 8, I was done. I was no way. I was zonked. Now it's like, it's nothing now. Doing 20. Now, if I'm fresh. If I'm not, I do 15s as my sets. I'll do 15, 16, 17. But, so there's a lot of things that Cali Move got me kind of built. And it really built my strength on my shoulder. I had a lot of pain in my shoulders, especially my right shoulder. It was just like super excruciating painful. But I started this Cali Move calisthenics, and it did a lot of stuff to kind of stretch out my chest and get my arms back and just totally worked the stretching. Doctor said, you don't have too much going on in the shoulder. It's probably got, the doctors always, whenever you come in with a joint issue, their answer is you've got arthritis. It's just always their answer. It's been that answer. I've gotten that answer from them since I was in my teens. I go in, it's kind of weird, but you have, I think you have early onset arthritis. I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously? And then they come in a few years later and say, nope, I think you got some kind of arthritis there. It's our tendon, arthritis. And which is basically like a tendon thing going on. But that's always their excuse. They don't know what to do, so they just say you have arthritis. And almost without fail, everything they've told me I would never heal from, I have healed from. It just took the right kind of exercise. My shoulders basically hurt zero now. I almost never have any shoulder problems. I used to have really bad elbow problems. I had golfer's elbow. Still a little tender sometimes, but I can do curls and lifts and everything now. It doesn't bother me. It's just doing the right exercises will fix almost all that stuff. The really bad shoulder pain used to pop all the time. Very rarely pops anymore. And it's just, I had to strengthen my shoulders in the right way. And this calisthenics things helped me strengthen and stretch and do what I needed to get my shoulders. So now I try to make sure I do all those things all the time. They're part of my day-to-day exercises. I do the same stretches. I do pull-ups all the time. I do the stuff that strengthens my shoulders in that reverse direction so that they're good. But now, yeah, I had pain for years. I had to get injections in my shoulders. They kept putting steroids in there trying to fix it. Short-term fix is at best. Now, nothing. And so I'm definitely an advocate for exercise being the cure for most of your aches and pains. Every ache and pain I've ever had, I could fix with exercise, and I've been able to. Ankle problems, knee problems. Knee problems I fixed by changing my shoes to Vibrams. Yeah, Vibrams, not this. I didn't add another 2 inches of padding in my shoe. I didn't go buy Dr. Scholl's bed cushions. I just said, screw that, man. I'm going to use something that's natural. Look, God created our feet to be the shape they are and to walk on our feet the way they are. Did you know where they have the least foot problems for runners? Ethiopia. Ethiopians have the least foot injuries of any athlete. And guess what? They train barefoot. All the distance runners, they train barefoot. They run out in the middle of nowhere and they run barefoot. And then they wear shoes only for the marathons because they're running on, I don't know what the reasons why they run them. But I don't know, maybe because the Olympics require them to. I don't know. But yeah, those guys who are winning all those races, they run barefoot during training. And I don't like running barefoot because I'm a wimp. It took me a while to get used to running in Vibrams. I've run like 5 or 6 full marathons in Vibrams. No issues. I've run probably 15 or so half marathons in Vibrams. I love wearing Vibrams. I wear them every day. I wear them all the time. And my knees, I had knee and hip pain when I first started running. I was running in regular tennis shoes. I had good running shoes. I spent $100 and whatever to get good quality running shoes. Knee and hip problems constantly. And I just said, screw it, I'm going to try these things. I hear that they're better. And it made sense to me because here's what happens when you run in running shoes. You run heel toe. Everybody runs heel toe in running shoes because the heels are stupid. They're thicker than the front. So you can't really land correctly. You can't run correctly in those shoes. And the reason they're so thick in back is because when you land heel first, there's no shock absorbing. It's just heel to bone to knee to hip. Constant shock. There's no shock. It's like taking a rod and slamming it on the ground and you just feel that vibration. Or using a bat. It's like if you take a bat and you smack it on the hard surface, it just hurts. It just shakes through your entire body because think of the tip of the bat as your heel slamming the ground. And the side you're holding is your knee. So when you do this, that feeling, that's what your knee is feeling. It's feeling that reverberation when your heel goes all the way up. And it just keeps doing that and doing that. And you're surprised your knees hurt. But then you start running in Vibrams. Try running heel toe in Vibrams. You'll quickly stop running heel toe in Vibrams. It hurts like a son of a gun. You start running correctly, which is to run midsole and front of your foot. You will, once you get strong enough, your calves are going to get sore, your feet are going to get sore. They're just going to be like, what the freak are you doing? And it's because you're using muscles that you don't use running heel toe or walking heel toe or anything. You're not using your calves. You're not using the muscles in your feet. People say, oh, I got this plantar fasciitis crap. You know, you get plantar fasciitis because the muscles in your feet are crap. They're not doing anything. And then so you walk barefoot for a couple of days and your feet start hurting really bad. And that's because those muscles are getting worked and now your feet hurt so bad you can't walk because they're being forced to work. That's your plantar fasciitis. It's not throw more padding at them. It's make your feet stronger, dang nabbit. Go out there, walk barefoot, learn to walk correctly, get stronger, wear Vibrams. And then once you start doing more and getting that strength up, the feet are going to get a little bit more durable, more resilient. You're going to use your calves more. Your heels are going to hit the ground a lot less, eliminating that reverberation that bounces up to your knee and to your hips. When I go and run now, my heels touch like barely. They barely touch the ground, just enough, because I hit with the front of my foot and they kind of roll down and then I push off, roll down, push off. My heels barely hit the ground when I run. And I don't have knee and hip problems anymore at all, ever. I mean, I haven't remembered the last time my knee and hip hurt. Sometimes they get a little sore when I'm on the bike because I'll do an hour on the bike and that can kind of work it a little bit, but that's just the IT band getting tight, doing something it's not used to, and I can stretch that. But typically, I ride on the bike enough that it's not a problem. The only time I really have trouble anymore is if I do a long run, my calves will get really sore because it's kind of like going out and doing more weight than you ever do. You know, you're just going out and push yourself. If I go run a full marathon all of a sudden, about mile 15, 16, 17, my calves are going to be dying because it does work your calves a lot more. You really got to train your calves. But I got good calves that can hold me up when I'm running now. As long as I train correctly. I could easily go run 15, 17 miles, but I'll be pretty burned out. But I can do it. I have the strength for it. I do it in Vibrams all the time. People ask me, you run in those? Yeah, I walk in them, I run in them, I work in them. The only time I don't like to use them is when I'm doing yard work. Because they have toes, and when you kick weeds and grass and crap, it gets caught between the toes. And it's kind of weird feeling. I'm like, I don't like that. So I just wear regular. I have a crappy pair of tennis shoes I wear. All right, I give up. Go away. You're fired. Thanks. I'm going to check this in. All right, let's go up here. Let's just say, oh boy, this is a big one. Whew, shoo, my holy. First draft playbook. Unity. Play editor loading. Game plan tweaks. And I don't know, lots of stuff. That's good enough. Commit all and sync. Yeah, it's this is gonna be a big chicken. What is this? What is this? I got a thing on there. This action will push pull. Okay. What is this? Turn on remote tunnel access. Sign in with Microsoft. Use C# Dev Kit 1. I don't even know what that turn on cloud changes. Backup and sync settings. I don't know. All right, so at least I'll have a nice clean. I have a lot. I think I've got a lot done. I really feel like I'm starting, when I'm navigating and doing things now, I'm actually starting to feel a game developing. Like it's starting to feel like there is actual meat to this thing. Yeah, it's not there yet. I need to have the simulation of some kind running. And I'm getting closer and closer and closer. I feel it's around the corner that I can start working on that. Even if it ends up being the React version. I do got to keep working on the Unity thing, keep working forward on that. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a little Unity. We'll see. I got to get these play editor going. I still got to get the playbook finished. But I think, yeah, I'm really feeling pretty good about this. I may have to change the layout a little bit. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm wondering if I want this coach thing up here. I mean, it kind of fits for the plays because having the coach card be there with all the play cards. But ultimately, I think the coach card fits better with the players, which I haven't actually set up yet. Also, I think I need to start removing buildings if I can. And I want to make buildings into links. So, like, cut out these objects and turn them into just regular objects. And then have the images over the top of them. Yeah. I mean, this does look like a AI picture, but I don't know. I should probably try to see what the newest AI could come up with. Well, I think I did try one. It was kind of mediocre. And this is kind of a cool picture, but what I'm actually thinking I might do is try designing each image separate and then have a field that just basically looks like this world and slowly add things like, you know, like increasing the quality of a building or the field or whatever. It'll slowly improve on the thing as you do stuff to upgrade it. But again, it's in a fantasy world, so I don't know to what extent I can. How do you improve stuff in a fantasy world? I don't know. I have to. I need some artistic assistance. I need somebody who's got the artistic chops to help me design my my visuals. I have ideas in my head, but I can't quite figure out the best way to do that. And AI gets stuck. When you tell it to give you something, it gets an idea in its head and it has a hard time changing directions. It's like, it's not bad, but let's try something else. It'll give you a different picture, but it's going to have the same basic theme and layout. It's like it can't quite come up with something new once it has an idea. Is that still checking in? Or is it done? Oh, maybe it is done. Oh, I thought it was still going. Recommended? What are these? Firefox? I don't care about Firefox. Notepad? Kubernetes? I don't know. I don't have any need for that. I don't think I'm going to deal with Kubernetes right now. No, it's not that. It's not so much. I'm definitely going to be using AI, but the problem isn't that it's AI. The problem is that I'm not sure if the AI image I have is what I want. Um, okay, so right now, my plan is to use this image. Like, I might have to cut something out and then I want to make it a URL. Like, I want to make an area of the field a URL as an image because the way I'm doing it right now is I'm using these moving boxes that try to stay on top of the field. So when I move the field around like this, there's a box in there that is repositioning itself to stay on top of this field and on top of this house. These are two of the places I can go. I got this guy, game plan and playbook, And then I have this guy, which is my game mode. And then I need to do one for players. Like the, I don't know, the locker rooms or the staff housing or whatever I call it, where you can click on it, and maybe I'll have locker room and staff housing. I don't know. And then when you click on it, you can go deal with those kinds of players and those kinds of things. And then this is kind of like supposed to be my training location. But then again, it's like that doesn't have a house on it. So which of these is what I should probably do is make this thing plus this thing my training location. So this would be where they go and do fitness stuff. And then my game planning would be here. And then here would be like staff housing and locker rooms. And then so you go in the locker room and you can do all your player management. And then, you know, some of it, you can like look at your players, see what they are, check out your cards, your collections, whatever. And then you got the staff housing, which is where you look at your staff, you get to assign your coaches, you get to do stuff that's related to them. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I need that. That might be a little overkill. And then, I don't know, front office might be over here where you go deal with money stuff, trades and drafts and whatever. But I want to start plugging in some of this stuff. So when I get the players, one of these is going to work. But ultimately, the goal is to make my pages link to links of images, which will be a lot easier because once they're on the field, that image is the thing. So I can like anchor an image to a certain point, and no matter where the image lies, it's just going to be in that spot. Versus me trying to have this box that's trying to follow the percentages of the screen around and stay here. It works sometimes, but it's also very hard to move. If I relocate the house, I have to go through and do all the recalculations to put the box that's sitting on top of the house where the house is. So I have to figure out how to create these things, and it takes a long time to put those boxes on there. So I'd almost rather do a cutout and set the image. So that's what I'm talking about. I just want to make it look good, and I got to come up with a way to do that. And I just think if it was more of a fixed art, like true art, it would be easier to do. The heck, what do I know, right? You know. Look at this. I haven't updated this thing since 1.13. I got so much stuff in here now. I figured I'll start using this more when I start having a public access version. So this will sit here, and then when I have a public access version that people can fiddle around with, I'll say, this is the latest thing I put in, and this is the latest thing I put in, and you'll be able to see it on here. All right, man, 10:40. Time for me to hit the hay, go get some real sleep, and get to my Friday so I can work some more tomorrow.